Is it cool?
Yeah. I was recording that.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Roger Bacon, father of those 3 amazing, wild, and crazy boys. Husband to my beautiful wife, who you've already seen her luscious brows. Today it's my turn. This is called Roger Reviews. I made that up myself. And today I'm reviewing the Veer Cruiser Wagon. This, however, is not the Veer Cruiser Wagon. This is the reason we got the Veer Cruiser Wagon. Shout out to GSI, the company my wife works for. They hooked us up with this after they used it for one of their conferences, and we got it for free. However, this is where it all started, our wagon craze. This is called, I've got notes down here just in case you're wondering what I'm looking at. This is called the Max Sports Collapsible Folding Outdoor Utility Wagon. Got it right in the first try. It folds, it's collapsible just like it says in the title. It worked well for what it was supposed to do, which was not carry kids. We, however, put kids inside of it. This thing locks it, I think. Yeah, there we go. I never even knew that until I saw this here right now. Problem is, it's not very sturdy this way, like on the sides, and there's no seats, as you can see. Enough of this, onto the Veer, the main show, the reason we're here. So.
Oh, you just rhymed.
I'm a rapping fool.
Onto the Veer, the reason we're here.
Bring in the Veer Cruiser Wagon. I'll say that again. Veer Cruiser Wagon. I've watched a bunch of videos on this. Nobody really goes in depth on this thing. Even the company doesn't go in depth on YouTube. You go into their website and there's a bunch of individual things, which is really cool, but I haven't seen anybody that doesn't work for them, or maybe got a discount or something that has been reviewing this that went ahead and bought pretty much every single thing that comes with this. So that's really what this video is going to be about, is all the accessories it comes with, how functional it is, and why we bought it. So this right here on the outside, the reason I'm showing you this is because it's an easy way to start. This on my little cheat sheet here is just called the travel bag. Again, all these things that I'm going to be talking about are going to have links to the description, links in the description below. This thing retails at $79, and it is implied that we can take this to the airport, check this with our baggage, and it'll be good to go. It's padded in a lot of areas, and padded and not padded in places that it probably doesn't need any padding. So it Velcros on. It even covers the fenders, which is nice, and this is a lot harder. And this canvas is super strong. There's handles on both sides here and on top, and then you basically can pull it like a luggage bag and right behind you and call it a day. So super easy. We're gonna start taking this thing apart. The front wheels, which is why you can only see the bottom wheels, are stored in the top. Their own little compartments. Wheels, they're to get put in here. Super easy. They literally click right in. I'm not going anywhere. And then you just drop it on down. This is how it stays with us all the time. We don't ever take it apart, so everything stays locked down. It lifts up. It's about, I think it's like under 35 pounds. It's not light as far as like lugging it around everywhere, but it's not so heavy that anybody really can't, any adult can't pull it out and put it together. So there's little pieces here. This moves up and down. This is how it unlocks right here and allows it to swivel. So you just lift up, and you'll hear it lock into place, and now it's not going anywhere. And the easiest way I found to make sure the wheels don't move is to have this really convenient locking system here. You can see the big lock piece on it. You just push it down. This piece gets put out, and then it stops it from coming up. So now the rear wheels are locked. The front can still move, but with the rear locked, you can't really do anything with it, which is nice. So you lift these things up. I don't know if you want to get it from the side there. So these are the walls. They don't stand up by themselves, but all you do is lock in. You lift up the seat, the back of the seat. It locks into place. You don't really need to push that hard. And this one does the same thing. And now this thing is, I mean, it's super rigid. So your kids aren't gonna break it. They can lean all over the side of it. It's not gonna collapse, it's not gonna fall over. This is how it comes right out of the box. The only other thing that's added on from this specific configuration is gonna be the snack tray, which comes with 2 individual sections, 2 individual cup holders, and you'll see these things, they clip in, so they sit on top of each edge, and you actually close them and they lock right underneath this. So you open it up, put it down, and the nice part about it is everything's audible, so you know when it's locked. This comes with it, and these come with it. So these are the cup, it comes with 2 cup holders. If you'll notice, they're etched back here, and they're designed specifically to fit onto these things, which you'll notice are super easy to do. Put it down, and then you put this down, and that's that. So what happens is this piece drops down, and then it just goes on and it locks itself, so they're not going anywhere. And the nice part about it is they can move a little bit while you're riding or strolling or whatever you want to call it. And then they come off, and there's actually multiple places throughout the wagon that they fit onto. And then they're on the back as well. Right here and right here. This retails at $599. So that is not a cheap price tag. It's actually super expensive. Not in the realm of high-end strollers, but as far as wagons, I don't think there's another wagon out that's even close to this price. I really do love this thing. My wife loves this thing. I think I might love it more just because of all the cool functions it has. A big thing with this is the height. Again, I'm almost 6'4". So with the extension, this sits right about my, right above my waist. So I'm not bending over. I'm not like, my back's not being messed up trying to hold onto it. As is, again, you lift these things up, and now you've got wagon mode. So we're gonna push this in. I don't know if we can get in there. So when you push this in, you would usually use your foot. You can just kick it, and then the lock is released, and now you're able to roll around. And it's super smooth. It's dead quiet, which is awesome. Assistant 1, Harry the bear. So Harry's gonna sit down. So as you can see, super easy. You can strap him down, and it's a three-point harness there on the bottom. So they're in there, they're not going anywhere, which is really nice. And the seat's got plenty of space for pretty much a kid of any size. If your kids are small, or if you're unpacking it like I did out of the travel case, you can push the floor up, and then there's little screws. You can probably feel them anyway, somewhere around there. In this general area, yeah, there we go, in this general area.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, on the outside. So you can loosen and tighten them, and then basically they use that to slide them down. So you can actually drop the floor out, and then they get a little air, cool breeze coming through the bottom, which is nice for them. Harry, thanks for your help. So I accidentally didn't realize that this didn't come, that this came with one. So I bought an extra one. So this thing, if you needed an extra one, or if you lost yours, retails at handy dandy cheat sheet. Replacement drink and snack tray, $39. Also, you're gonna get this cool case, which I was like obsessed with. This is Share the Fun. So what these are cards that give links to their websites.
I've given like 5 or 6 away.
Happy cruising. In these handy dandy little pouches. And there's little like trays in here, if you can see. You can like throw some snacks in there. You know, kids like carrying around like chips and random
PJ Masks,
toys, and Peppa Pigs and whatever else your kids like playing with. One thing I want to talk that I don't like about this right off the bat is the amount of space for their feet. So we are kind of on the over the 100th percentile with the size of our kids. So we're in the minority on this, but either way, I still feel the way I feel. So I wish it was longer.
like more space
More
for
space
leg
for their
room.
feet. Yeah, so it's kind of frustrating. Not enough to not love this thing, but if I were going to nitpick the product itself, I would say make it 2 inches longer. It's already long to begin with, and give me some more space on the bottom. Other than that, everything's good. This is what I'm talking about with their feet. It's literally what it looks like. So the smart thing to do with them, and obviously they're not giant and fluffy, but you get the idea where their legs are crossing. These sidewalls can be changed out, super easy. I bought a camouflage one because I thought it would be fun to kind of change it up maybe next year or next summer. And supposedly they're super easy to clean, they're waterproof. And yeah, super cool. So yeah, this thing just slides out. It's like, I don't know if you can see that, but this thing, you basically pop these corners off and you slide this thing right out, and then you slide the new one right in, and it's camouflage. You can even change like the color inserts in the wheels and stuff. And then the canopies can be changed as well. These wheels come out, I'll just show you how it actually comes. So you just push this little button, this slides out, that slides out, the fenders got put on, everything. I don't think I required any actual tools that I recall. Another main reason we bought this was the fact that we want to be able to carry at least 2 kids, since Beckett is old enough to walk by himself now. We don't need to worry about him getting a ride. And Alistair, we wanted to make sure that he was still secured in his car seats. You know, a lot of times your kids will fall asleep in their car seat and you're like, crap, I don't want to get him out and put him into a stroller or, you know, whatever the case may be. So we can still fit Roger here. And then we bought one of these. And in order to open them and close them, you have to hit the button, and that is what unlocks it and locks it. So it's super secure. It's not going anywhere at all. And then they actually even show which way to put it on. So feet forward. So whatever way you put it, that's where the feet are going to be facing. And this specific setup is for Maxi-Cosi. But they come with like Graco and whatever other brands are popular. We happen to have a Maxi-Cosi car seat, and so this is what we needed in order to connect it. So basically you just push these buttons.
The lines right here.
Yeah. So you push these buttons and you open them up, and then they actually sewed in on each side where this specific thing should go, because of just clearance for fitting a child in, another child in with it. So you sit them over top, and then once you get it where it needs to be, you close it and then close it. So now it's not going anywhere. So yeah, it just sits in just like it does in
A stroller.
our stroller that we have, and just locks in. Usually easier than that. There we go. How this works, we're gonna get our friend Harry again. Hello Harry, you're gonna sit in the car seat. Furry Murray, aka Roger.
His head's that big.
Man, he's chilling. He's looking cool. But anyways, you can see easily how they fit, and they really sit that comfortably. This is the comfort seat for a toddler. Sits down, they strap in, super easy. Underneath, you're gonna see this hook. This hooks up under the bottom of the seat, and then that's nice because this thing comes off so you can clean it. So this installs super easy. I usually put the bottom in first so it hooks up underneath. I don't know if you can see inside of there or not. So it hooks right under this lip. I just drop it in, hook it up, and then pull it back. And then it comes back here. Our buddy Mark, who is an engineer, when we showed him this, he said the same thing. like the engineering on it, like the thought process going through and how people are actually going to use this is phenomenal. They really thought about how easy it's going to be, how much they can grow into it as far as like your kids getting bigger. So as you can see, everything comes off super easy. And this thing's really cool. I'm going to pull out another piece here real quick, but everything that they make seems to store perfectly inside of this extra bin you can buy on the back. So that's called the storage foldable storage basket, and that is going to retail for $59. And this is what it looks like. So it's really cool. Everything that they make comes off of whatever it is, so it can be clean. So say you spill something in this thing. It's got its own little net which you can load stuff up. So I'll show you guys that. But this drops in. It clicks, which we all know I like now, and it's not going anywhere. And then the nice part about it is when you fold it down, you don't have to take this off anymore, unless you were going to put it in that travel case or something like that. So this is what Brooke typically carries around. Usually it's full, but diapers, extra clothes, snacks, you name it, it's going. Full-size backpack, and you just drop it on in, straps and all. And this is really cool too, so you can either tuck it in the outside or you can actually zip it up. And obviously it's not going to like deter people from taking it, if we were to leave this thing chilling, but it would make it, still have to open it up. And the nice part I really like about it is it allows you to actually fill more stuff up. So for instance, we'll get into this stuff in a little bit, but this is the sleep system they have. And like I said, the reason I like this so much is everything they have fits perfectly in this basket. So here's your rain or your weather guard, weather cover. You stand it up and you put this bag next to it and you're like, holy cow, that's a ton of stuff. So this is called the Retractable Canopy. Super easy. You'll notice again the spongy with their logo and how it works. We're going to remove our weather canopy for now. You can actually fit this and the cover on at the same time. How this is going to work, usually the way I do it, is I take these, hook them up, I pull a little bit so there's some resistance there, and then you see this, it'll cover the back. Take this, drop it down, and then close it. So this is what it looks like. The visors, or what are they called? The visors, they zip on, which we'll go over stuff that also zips onto this, like the bug shield zips on to this. But they zip on here, and they basically cover this blank space, which our kids don't even like these things up that often unless they're tired or it's cold outside, like we used in our parade video. That's usually the only time we leave them up. Other than that, they generally like them down. So anyway, if they are up, which is also cool, there's a way that you can uncover this and see what's going on inside here. So you can let a breeze in if it's hot, or just say what's up to your kid who's hanging out.
What's up, kid?
To your kid, what's up, kid? Up, ready to roll, chilling. What's up, kid? What's up, kid? And this is how we roll almost all the time. This is a push or a pull wagon. You can push it like a stroller. It locks in place. You take this and you push it along, and you can steer it this way. You can pull it as well, like this, and then I actually walk next to it like this. Weather cover. I already showed you how it hooks up to here. This thing retails at $99. The reason I think it's so expensive is because there's three different covers in here. There's one for both kids, one for one kid, and then there's a cover actually for your basket to keep it waterproof. It's super easy to pack, it's super easy to unpack. Basically just pull this stuff off and your covers come right out. This is really easy, just set it to the side. And then you've got this clear one is really easy to determine. This is for one kid in there. And then this is your cover for the basket, which I'll set here so I can put it down. And then this is the cover for both of the kids. So, basket. So now none of your stuff's getting wet. And then this is the double cover. So it works the best to put it on when these are already up. This opens up. I fold it the same way every time. It's been pretty much the same way it was when I got it. The easiest way to tell is this magnet in the front, or this magnetizes, and this goes in the front around the edge. So what I do, right? What's that?
Handle?
Yeah, or yeah, around the handle right here. So what I do, these.
Do you want to lock it? It's gonna roll away on you.
See, smooth as butter.
Butter.
Super smooth, like butter. Yeah. So easiest way I found is kind of like, I don't really know. This is the way I do it every time. So I throw it over, slide it over the top, and then I can secure all of the other pieces. So for visual sakes, you can see, since I've never shown anybody this up close, these actually come through, and I drop it in between the basket and there, and they hook onto. Awesome. When this traps down, I just secure this. It's magnetized. It's gonna be really easy. With the basket that drops, there's little holes here. So you take these, hook it up, and you do the same thing on the opposite side. As you can see, they can still see inside of here. They still have their snacks inside of here. And it looks really cool. This is crazy. It blows people's minds.
Somebody call it a bat wagon, Batmobile.
Batmobile for kids in a wagon form. The cool thing about this is, so like, for instance, also it's got their name on it. So basically you just unzip this first section, and we ride with a lot of it like this, if it's gonna be like cold out or rainy or sleet, whatever. And then what you can do though, if they want to see still, you can bring this up. And it's set up so they can still see through. So like I said, it's really well engineered, and this is to let air in, because obviously plastic is going to get hot, which actually works really, really well in the winter. So this is one way that we do it. This, as you can see, zips all the way around, so I'm going to unzip this for you and show you how it works. So one kid is in here. We're gonna pretend this kid's not here. I'm not gonna pull him out for now. This is the one kid version. And it's easy because you already know where the zipper goes, because of the logo, you just pulled it off of here anyway. So you just zip it up. Close it down. Remember, we're gonna pretend this seat's not here because it actually doesn't have this much tension, which is nice. And then the kid kind of sits in there and they can still see everything that's going on in front of them. Last two things on this are gonna be, that we have, are gonna be the bug shield and the nap system. That's a little side note. I would suggest playing with this thing inside your home when you have patience, time. You can walk away from it getting mad, because it takes a little bit to figure out how you're going to use it as fast as possible. I have this thing down. I can put this thing together, in and out, the way we use it in less than 5 minutes. I'm going to throw this on real quick. We have a couple more things. If you made this far in the video, thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. I don't have a prize for you other than the ability to subscribe to our channel, which you totally should do if you want to see more videos like this that aren't hopefully as long. The end of this has a little strap. They really like using this piece here to hook it up against. That's how the infant or the toddler comfort seat hooks up. And then from here, you drop this front over. If you can get a good shot underneath.
Yep.
These are used to hook these up. So you just strap it on down. Pull the front over the front. And inside of the visor, there's Velcro, and then you just hook this Velcro up, and now you're sealed off.
Bam.
No bugs are getting into your kids. This is like probably the prime way to ride in the summer if you had one. Actually, that's a good idea for them. Hey Veer, if you're watching this review, you should figure out a way to make a dual covered bug.
They don't have a double bug cover?
Nope. Not that I know of, but they should just make something that zips in.
Yeah.
It covers both of them and then hooks over. I'm actually gonna leave this attached since the video is already too long. Because the bug cover has a double use. It also comes in, which I didn't know this. So I have two bug covers. The bug cover comes in the sleep system or the nap. So bug cover, first of all, bug shield retails $24. And then the nap system is $79. I'm gonna pull that back out, but this bug cover comes with the nap system. I did not know that, but it does not work unless you have the Canopy. I'm just gonna pull this off like that for now. I'm gonna detach this guy here. This is the sleep system. Super cool. Again, the packing is awesome. They're just really, really smart. Open it up. Everything you need. First thing on top, bug shield. This bug shield I could not get zipped. So I like the other bug shield. I'm assuming it's just user error. You're gonna have three things in this bag. One's a bug shield, the other one's gonna be the actual pad itself. And then the other one's gonna be the base for the pad to give you a hard, like a firm surface and stable surface across the bottom to cover like the feet area. So it's Velcroed on two sides. Use that, open it up. This is what it looks like. Flip it over. This is what you see. So they tell you to lock it. I didn't get this until I looked into it a little bit further. But to lock it, you unsnap, and then you shift them into their new spots and you snap them back into place. Man, love that click. So now what you've got is it sits on top and you have a firm surface for your kid. So you just drop it right in and it's super firm. And then again, back with their bungees, with the V, pull it in the side, wrap it around, let go. Super flat, hard. Take your mat, pull whatever black lint you have left on it. This is the soft side, and it can nice because it can be pulled out so you can wash this. Also the logo again, but just lay it flat, and there's your nap system.
Voila.
We're gonna pretend your kid's sleeping in here, and you take your canopy, put it back on. These can hold more than one bungee. So that's how these hook up. You just throw it over, it's still big enough, you don't gotta worry about it. It's tight. So then, we're gonna pretend you took your bug canopy. So I think this is not for bugs in this case, I think it's for shade. If I was Veer, that's what I would be using it for. Obviously bugs is like another perk, but this allows them to, rest in somewhat of a shaded area. Again, this thing rolls on sand, snow, mud, rocks, your driveway, sidewalks really, really well, grass. Like, there's literally not anything on this thing that we've found so far that we had a hard time pulling it on or pushing it on or whatever the case may be. So there's apparently like a shock system in here in the front, which is cool. I think I felt it on when I was pulling it, kind of just cushion it, and I know the kids seem to stay really comfortable in there.
Do you want to show them how it collapses real quick?
Let's tear it back down. So you can leave these on if you want. How it's gonna work, you're gonna push these handles, squeeze, drop, squeeze, drop, hold, hold, lift, and then just make sure you do that. And then this is nice. This folds right in.
Do you put it? Don't you usually put it under the handle?
Probably, I don't know.
There you go.
No, it won't lock that way. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
So either way, there you have it. Veer Cruiser. So it does stand that way. This is really nice because then you can leave it out of the way. I drive a truck, so I can leave it in there all the time. If you don't have the space for it, again, this is something that you're going to take with you on trips that you know you're going to be using it. The zoo, maybe a museum. Most places we found, not most places, every place we try to take this thing, they've allowed us in there. Long trips to the mall, maybe you're going somewhere, walking through the woods, going hiking trails, whatever the case may be. Absolutely love this thing. It's great for our kids. And we even throw it back in here sometimes if Roger feels like walking. So you can handle a little more weight. I think the actual capacity of it's 120 pounds. I know our kids weigh more than that when all three of them are in there, but use it the way that works best for you guys. Hope you like this video. Yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe.
Hello, hello.
Mom, you're best.
No?
You're the best?
You're best.
High five.
You're the best too. Thank you.
High five.
Oh, hello.
Okay, he's getting no.
Mom wants to get.
Okay. Is that fine? This is take 602.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.